I am Apollyon. I bring war.
Andy Burkowski here for VGS Talk Radio AM 640. Me and my esteemed guests were invited to this huge party in the middle of the city, UB30, celebrating 30 years working in the video game industry. And I'm here with one of the head honchos himself. Alex, thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Lots of free food and booze, so very, very nice.
Always good.
So what is the celebration here exactly? What do you guys celebrate?
We're celebrating a lot of stuff. First of all, I mean, really, it's an open house. We wanted to have our friends from the industry, local studios, and partners come here at the studio and celebrate with us. It's something that we've been wanting to do for a while, so we're just really excited that we're able to do it. And we're also celebrating UB's 30th anniversary. Huge deal, big deal. 30 years in this business is crazy. And it's also our 6th anniversary this month. The studio opened in 2010. And we also unveiled a really great program we call the Indie Series that's presented with National Bank.
Absolutely phenomenal. So for those that aren't aware, because we're in Toronto, you're in Toronto, you have this huge compound here in the middle of the city. How long have you guys been here in the city, and what's it like to operate in Toronto?
We opened our doors in 2010, and I came from Montreal with a few people from the office there in Montreal to open in the Junction area. We were only 5 people, I think, back then when we opened up.
Now look at this.
Yes, it's pretty amazing to see how far we come. We're now almost 500 at the studio. We worked on several projects here: Splinter Cell Blacklist, Assassin's Creed Unity, Far Cry Primal, Far Cry 4, and we're working on Watch Dogs 2 and For Honor. So lots of really great projects. So
it's worked, but it's worked out nicely because you coming in from Montreal here in the city of Toronto. You know, a lot of people, I think, traditionally don't know that this city has a lot of great gaming talent. There's a lot of great people here making games. So.
The community and the industry in Toronto and Ontario is phenomenal, really. I mean, it's the indie game studios, I would say, that kicked off the industry here in the city. And the energy, the talent, the passion that all the studios and people working in the industry have is pretty mind-blowing. When I go to events like GDC or E3 and I meet people and we talk about all the games that are made in Ontario or Canada, people are just like, what? That's made in Ontario? It's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, it is great, because again, I don't think a lot of people know that this city has all this great talent. You mentioned that you're celebrating a lot of the indie titles that have worked with UB here today. What kind of indie titles? What kind of developers are here from outside of UB?
We have all sorts of developers,
tons of people.
Yeah, everyone from indie development studio to VFX studios to association and other partners. We've all come together tonight for this open house. Again, it's something that we've been wanting to do for a while. And we're also, of course, celebrating the Indie Series program that is kicking off now.
Tell us a little, what's the Indie Series program? What's that all about?
The Indie Series is a program that is designed to help develop Canada's leadership in video games. What we're doing with the program is supporting indie development studios. They can apply using our address www.toronto.ubisoft.com/indie-series. And through there you can apply, and we will take registration up until November. We will select top participants, top games, and a jury of experts from National Bank and Ubisoft will select the winner. And the winner will have access to $50,000 of funding, pretty exceptional. We'll have access also to mentorship opportunities with both Ubisoft and the National Bank. And also access to a bunch of tools, creative tools, financial tools, distribution tools.
Huge opportunity there.
Really great opportunity, yeah.
All right, so we're going to keep watching that. We got to talk about the games that you guys are making here. We had the great pleasure a couple months ago to come in and put on the mocap stuff for Far Cry. And it was so much fun. It's amazing. For those of you who don't know, the work that goes into making video games, it's a well-oiled machine. It's a factory. You guys are here making these incredible games. There's 2 big titles that are coming out that I know you guys are working here, Watch Dogs 2 and For Honor. We're going to get a chance later to see a little bit more of both those titles. Why don't we start with Watch Dogs 2? How's development been? How is it working amongst the different teams across Canada?
Development's been amazing. This is a really exceptionally talented team. We in Toronto have worked on great missions, and we've contributed to open world as well, some of the world building. The city of San Francisco is looking absolutely phenomenal, best playground ever for Watch Dogs, so it's the game's looking really great.
So you guys are really focused on here a lot of the world building stuff, developing that.
Yeah, we worked on world building, and we worked on several missions as well in the game, and we've contributed to some features as well. Yeah.
Excellent. And now For Honor, can't forget that. They just had an open alpha a couple weeks ago. Huge response. People loving it. I think later we're going to get to see some people slashing each other. What are you guys doing working on that title here? How's development going on that?
Development's been doing well, really great. We have
new IP too, so it's difficult.
The game's so different from what you can see out there. It's looking really great. So we're really excited to contribute to the project. We are our performance capture team and our cinematics team have contributed to the cinematics for the single player campaign, and have done just a really phenomenal job. So yeah, the game's looking amazing. It's just we're just so happy to work on the game and contribute to that really great project.
So you're working on these two huge AAA titles. You're going to help out some indies. How big do you think Ubisoft Toronto is going to get? What's the next big thing? Are you going to get bigger? More team members? What are you thinking?
Yeah, we're of course continuing to grow. We have a lot of exciting projects in development right now, and we're also integrating a lot with the community. One of the things that we're trying to do, we have our next showcase program that we do every year around the spring, because we're always on the lookout for the best talent that is coming out of the schools in Ontario. And this year alone, I think we've hired about 14 or 15 people from the competition.
Really? Wow.
That's also been really great.
So it looks like, from what you're telling me here, you guys are really into the idea of grassroots building. You have this indie competition. You want to get people coming in from schools. If we're in Toronto, if we have an interest in game development, what do you recommend so that they can see you across the desk and interview here? What do you recommend someone that wants to get into the industry?
Well, I mean, the first thing that I would say is just engage with the industry. Like, there's so many events, so many people you can meet. I go to a lot of the events regularly. A lot of the people here go to the events regularly. You can meet people. So I would say that the first thing is to start engaging.
Get in there, see the people first. Yeah.
That is the first thing. I'd say the other thing that's important is to build on your passion. I mean, you can't just get in the games industry because you want to be in games industry. You also need to develop and build your skills. So whether you're an artist or you're a programmer or an engineer, it's about developing those skills and pushing them and building a strong portfolio. The great thing nowadays is that there's so many tools that are available for people to kind of build their own stuff and kind of learn. That it's easy to come in and start talking to studios with a really great portfolio and some experience, right?
You already have something to show them, that type of thing. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. We still got to check out Watch Dogs 2 For Honor. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Just a quick plug. When are the games coming out? Do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, November for Watch Dogs and February for For Honor.
November, February. Holidays all set. I'm Andy Burkowski, VGS Talk Radio, AM 640.